Well, hello, sports fans. Larry Eater, Run Blog Run. This is the Tokyo Breakdown, and this is the review of day two. We had two finals on day two. We had the men's discus and the women's 100 meters. We're going to begin with the men's discus. Our friends from Sweden went 1-2. Daniel Stahl at 68.90, which he threw on his second attempt, and Simon Peterson, his training partner, at 67.39. And then in third place was Austria's Lucas Weishager, 67.07. Discus is obviously a classic competition. It's been part of the Olympic tradition since the ancient times, 776 BC. And while Daniel Stahl hasn't been around that long, it just seems that way. Daniel has been very close to winning Olympic titles before. He has won other medals, obviously, and he's done well in world championships. In Sweden, he's a total rock star, but that's because track and field is just huge there. And Simon Peterson, there's a great picture from the competition of Simon giving Daniel a bear hug after they've won. Lucien Weissenhager from Austria, is one of their top athletes. And in the U.S., we end up winning, 20, 25, 30 medals. Countries like Austria, they win one or two. They're very happy when they see an athlete in the top six. And quite frankly, they're a lot more realistic. What I mean by that is that there was a campaign that our friends at Nike did back in 1996 that said, you don't win a bronze or silver, you lose a gold. I wrote about it back then and thought it was total bullshit. Because to compete in the Olympics, it means you're one of the best 20 or 30 in the world. To win a medal is the chances of winning a medal are so tiny, and to be in the top six is amazing. And I think we need to get a little more realistic and appreciate athletes being at the top of our form. The way media plays it, I hope we don't do it, is bad, but I know we can be jingoistic as well. The way media plays it is it's all about the medals. It's actually, remember what Baron Pierre de Coubertin said, it's all about doing your best and being respectful of others. That's why he brought the Olympic idea back in 1896, 125 years ago. All right, that's me mouthing off on the Olympic ideal. But the second final of day two was the women's 100 meters. My gosh, it was an amazing competition. We had Daryl Natia, Tiana Daniels from the U.S., Mujinga Kambunji, who had set a record in the, I believe, in the semifinals. And then Alja Del Puente broke it less than 5 minutes later. Maria Jose Talu had run a 10.73 in the semifinals and looked totally impressive. And then Sharika Jackson obviously was looking pretty good, as was Shelly Ann Fraser-Price and Elaine Thompson. But what did we have? We got a Jamaican sweep. The Jamaican women sprinters are at the top of their form, while the men are hanging on in the relay. The women are just super dominant, and Elaine Thompson-Herah won, destroying the late Florence Griffith Joyner's Olympic record, running 10.61. She had a great start, but in fact, Elaine Thompson-Herah was battling with Shelly Ann Fraser-Price till about 80, and then she just took off. Shelly Ann Fraser-Price took the silver in 10.74. Sharika Jackson, 10.76, a PB for third. Fourth was Marie Jose Talu in 10.91. Fifth was Aja Del Puente, 10.97. And sixth was Mujinga Kambunji, 10.99. Two Swiss in the top six. Tiana Daniels, the only U.S. athlete to make the final, was seventh in 11.02. And Daryl Nata, 11.12. She had just broken 11 seconds a little earlier, becoming only the second Briton to break 11 seconds. What do I think of the women's 100? What does it tell us? Well, it tells us we got to start looking at what's going on in the U.S. with our sprinters. We're beating the heck out of them in college competition. Our Olympic trials, while I think it's tough and it's a benefit a lot of times, this time the theme in Tokyo seems to me to be many of the top American athletes left their best performances at Hayward Field. We've had this in Olympics before. We've had it where it's helped, but this time it seems to have been a challenge. So congratulations again to Elaine Thompson, hurrah, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, and Shrika Jackson. I think congratulations to everybody who made the final. Another thing to think about Elaine Thompson, hurrah, too. Elaine's had terrible Achilles problems over the last 3 years. She defended her 2016 Olympic title, but since then, I mean, she raced, if you guys recall, in 2017, she was in racing flats because her Achilles were so bad. But she's battled back, put herself together, and I think her race is totally solid. So congratulations to Elaine Thompson. I've interviewed her a few times. Most years, I would interview her at the Birmingham Indoor. Always very thoughtful, rather shy. She lets her feet do the walking. And in Tokyo, on July 31st, her feet did the walking and gave her a chance to defend her title from Rio. This is Larry Eder with RunBlogRun. This is the track breakdown review of day 2. We hope you like it.